We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
I know I'm not the one. Don't fake it well, you don't belong to me.
Hello and welcome to Direbread Adventuring Company. It's Tuesday night, so that's of course our sci-fi campaign, Esper Genesis, Holocaust of the Jetty. I'm your host for the evening, Jason, from over at the Nerd Eternal Network. And playing with you tonight will be Sarah as Kat, Eric as Adrian, Zach as Francis, Anna as Jade, Patrick as Hull, and Decca as a character that we'll introduce when he makes his appearance. Now, if I recall, we were in the middle of something at the end of the last session. Specifically, in the middle of a docking bay. Who would like to review what happened last week?
Let's see.
Shit went pear-shaped.
Yep. Let's see.
I thought it was apple-shaped.
Francis spent an absurd number of turns shooting a single man in the stomach until he fell down.
Dude had abs.
And I'm going to be very disappointed if you don't take his head as a lampshade.
Or at least his helmet.
Yeah. I know,
Okay, his
right?
helmet I can go with. His head, you're starting to get a little creepy there.
But on the other hand, he is styled like a samurai, and that's partly what those headdresses were for. Alright, we are currently on... for the short term, let's call them Space Hydra.
The Shadow Technocracy.
Yep.
At least that's who you suspect they are. They have never identified themselves as that.
However, the
Primorin?
the enemy of our enemy, who's been helping us, did identify them as
Yes,
such.
he did identify them as that. And of course, bad guys are trustworthy when they talk about other bad guys.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So anyway, he had helped you escape, helped you begin sabotaging the ship. Your escape was discovered pretty quickly since Adrian told everybody. The party was separated. There wasn't any communication between the two, other than what Yanni was seeing. You, like I said, sabotaged bits of the ship as you went on. The Primorin went off to wipe their hard drives and do God knows whatever else he wanted to do.
Primorin things.
Yeah, more than likely. He had made it pretty clear that he considered y'all to be, between y'all and the Shadow Technocracy, y'all were the smaller potatoes. So he was perfectly happy to let you go to get your assistance in making sure these guys don't find out about his people. You managed to make your way to this docking bay, which is next door to the one that the roustabout is in. And that's when the party got jumped. The half of the crew in the roustabout saw what was going down. I think gave some kind of warning, or you had Yanni, I think, appear to warn everybody. And he probably got shot, didn't he? I believe Yanni got taken out.
Yanni got killed.
So yes, then there was the big brawl. Ah, Bubba. Yes, shit went down.
Hey,
So anyway,
Bubba.
we're at what is probably the tail end of that fight. Cyborg samurai guy ran in. He was supposed to be the big bad. I think he was just about the first person y'all took down, though. It took two
think
or
it
three
was a lot of-
rounds, but yeah, Francis just laid into him.
A lot of focus fire.
A lot of that, yeah.
Mm.
But we had to stop in the middle of combat. We were at the top of the round, however. And I believe it was Francis's go.
Gonna pop a couple shots off at this guy.
Alrighty.
Will a 20 hit?
That is a very good question.
Don't forget, these are the same guys that have been slowly but surely being whittled down by my abilities.
Yes, yes. I am quite certain a 20 hits him.
I'd hope so.
What were these guys called, or where did I put their stats?
They're
No.
robot thingamajiggies. I think you said they were.
Their actual name's Robot Thingamajiggies.
Yeah.
Jig.
Very
I
technical
am.
term.
I am the master. Right up there with widgets and doohickeys.
I know there's such technical terms.
Yep.
Alright. Shadow Tech Samurai. So I'm in the right area at least. Is this page 108? Oh yeah, they were on page 113. I don't know why I remember the page number, but there we go. Synthetic heavy assault troops. Oh no, they weren't the heavies though. They were these guys. Okay, so yes, 20 definitely hits. You did 4 points of damage, and you said it was on this guy here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And here's my second shot. Oh. I'll ignore that. Alright.
Alright, so it was 4 from the first one. That second one hits. Roll your damage for it.
Oh!
That one goes down. You riddle him with gunfire. A shot to the gut, a shot to the shoulder, and he falls back. His armor had already been kind of riddled, though. You take any movement this round?
Nothing kind of pinned in here.
Didn't stop Jim.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright. I believe that is Jade. Down here at the bottom of the map.
Let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to shoot at this one. From my little hiding spot.
Alright. Did you ping the one closest to him? I had my map.
Of
somewhere.
course not.
No, a 13 is not
Yeah.
going to hit.
You still got one more hit.
I do.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we both got
And
two.
let's see, he's got cover, which would have you at disadvantage, but you've got a buddy next to him, which I think has you at advantage.
Okay,
So
there's
that,
my.
so that equals out. So.
Oh, it actually hits. for
Okay,
once.
that one's a hit.
Nice!
He goes down. He had been looking kind of rough, and then you put a bullet in his head. That was all he could take. Then it's Jim's turn.
Jim currently has the Samurai's plasma sword.
But he can't really get to anybody with it. Oh, wait. There's somebody right next to him.
Are they on different levels, though?
Yes, but the level's only about yay high. It's enough that people
Okay.
standing behind it get partial cover from ranged attacks. But Jim could go for his ankles, which is what Jim's going for. Listen, I believe I said he was... He seemed to know what he was doing with the sword. Though with the 2 on the dice, it's not really going to matter. Jim goes for his ankles, but winds up just hitting some of the railing. The blade passes through the railing pretty good, but it slows it down enough that the troops kind of able to do that little hop over the blade. Let's see. The smart thing to do would be to run away, but Francis is still back here. Let's see. Does Jim run away or does he stay? He stays where he's at. And then it is the trooper's turn. Should I put the map up there where they can see what Jim was doing?
Doing the smart thing's overrated.
You know. No matter where he goes, there's people going to be shooting at him, so. Alright, then it is the trooper's turn, and we will... Oh, wait. Yes, we will start with this one down here. Close to Adrian and the ladies. And he will shoot at... Oh wait, first let me roll and see if he can do his proton beam. Alright, he can't do that this round.
Let's say, do they only get that once?
It's done kind of like a dragon's breath weapon in 5e.
Okay.
When he uses it, he's got to roll a 5 or 6 on the dice where he can use it again. You know, so every round of his, I make a check. Let's see if he can use it. Like, basically, any of them with the red dot have used it, and I've got to make the check. Any of them that don't have the red dot, they can use it if they want to.
Gotcha.
However, I don't have to make a check for him to shoot. Just an attack roll. So he'll take his multi-attack, and he will shoot twice at... probably Adrian. He's got the big, scary plasma blade, and does not have cover at the moment, so... First shot. 16. Does a 20 hit you, Adrian?
Yeah.
Alright. So that's a heavy pistol. So it's a D8 plus 3. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And his second shot is a 13 or so. It goes wide.
Yeah, that one misses.
Cat. You see Jade take somebody out. You see Adrian take incoming fire.
She is going to take a shot at Mr. Proton.
Okay.
There we go.
17.
Okay, that's a hit.
Six points of damage. I do not believe she gets. Yeah, she doesn't get Death Strike.
He knows you're there and there's nobody around him.
Yeah.
Even with just the regular shot, though, he is not looking good. He's wobbling on his feet. You can see where he's lost a lot of blood.
And she's going to move up towards here. Not quite in range, but trying to get closer to where she can see the others coming from.
Okay. Then it is Holes go.
Alrightos. Considering we still got the two right here that are still kind of clumped together. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, you've got your little drones that can do the strafing run, don't you?
Yep. And I will do said thing.
Okay,
So
that's
it
a
is
saving throw for them.
Yes, I do believe it is still a middle.
If I remember right, it was dexterity.
It is dex. They need to make above a 14.
Okay, the one with the red dot makes it. The other one takes full damage.
All right.
That's a makes it for save for half, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And let me go. So 14 points of damage total.
All right, so that's 14 for him. Ooh, he went from looking pretty good, looking pretty rough. And that guy just goes from looking rough to looking rougher. Yeah, the one with the red dot here. Looks like if he hadn't gotten out of the way, he might have gone down from that. Adrian.
Yes.
You're up.
Okay, the guy in front of me is dead, yes?
Yes.
I have a bit of one. You do.
Crap. Okay, well, he'll just move over here. And fire spells at it.
Powers.
Them things. Actually, let me double check a thing here. Okay. Where's that? It's up there, never mind. Yeah. Nope. Because dice don't like me.
Oh, yeah, they really didn't like you. No.
It's contagious.
Mm.
Yeah, take
It
them back. I
is.
don't like them.
Let's see. Then it is Cyborg Samurai, who is dead. So we're back at the top of the order with Francis.
Francis is gonna creep down here. And first shot's gonna try and take down that guy. Thing we do. And does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit it. Alright, so 4 points of damage. He is still alive,
Oh,
but barely.
Alright. Pop one more cap into him, see, and hopefully it drops him.
Nice.
Punch him
That's
directly in the face with your gun.
Oh, it's
throw the gun as a ranged weapon.
Why is it double? Oh, because of
one of
the
them
yeah.
rolled crit.
Just take
Okay,
the 6.
so just the 6. Just the 6.
Yeah.
Okay, little one. Get off the keyboard. He's watching the game, though. He is.
We got a cat watching the game now.
Yep.
Probably their new-ish little kitty.
Yep. It's a stink.
Alright, he goes down at last. When it was the trooper's turn, did I only take actions with one troop?
I do not remember.
I had the one
Pretty
shoot at
sure you took
Adrian,
action, but
and then I think I
multiple.
skipped everybody up here up top.
Yes, I think you may have.
Of course you didn't. Yeah, you did.
Ah. Well, okay, I won't give the dead guy a turn. But them other three will go ahead and take their turns.
He reanimates
Don't
just to attack.
Arise, my zombie minions!
Well, you
It
know,
was my
he gets hit. He's going,
turn.
wait a second. Okay.
all sprayed coffee everywhere.
with my last gas.
From hell's heart, I stab at thee. My last breath, I spit at thee.
Screw you, lizard man.
All right. Okay, so he missed Jim with one shot. Unfortunately, he got Jim with the other.
No.
Oh yeah, he's gonna die.
He does not look like he's too far from it.
That's what he's staring at, I think.
Yep. Okay, so we get the salt, the potato peeler, and hold the guy who shot Jim down.
Well, there's been a couple of guys that have shot Jim by this point. But...
We'll take a couple of them back to the ship. Be like, look, bro.
We put them at the head of the ship at a place of honor.
All right.
We're not going after Reavers.
This one
I
here
like this group.
runs up to the edge and shoots at Francis.
No.
Yes. Went ahead and rolled both shots. Let's see. The 14 is going to miss you, I assume.
Yes, sir.
The natural 20 is going to hit you, however.
Oh!
Oh!
I felt that all the way over here.
Alas, poor
Someone's
Francis. We knew
carrying
him well.
Francis.
Yep.
Don't grab him by the tail.
Let's get an F in chat for Francis.
Alright. Let's see what kind of luggage I make out of Francis. Oh, it's not too bad.
Only 44 points of damage. You're fine, right?
No. Alright, so the weapon does a d8. So that's 2d8. He rolled a 1 and a 3 plus what? Yeah, it's 8 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's still dead.
Yep, I'm on the ground.
Oof.
And do I make a death save now or at the top of my next turn?
Top of your next turn.
Gotcha.
Jade! Oh, I just saw what you did there. Okay. If only I could. If only there was some kind of way to put little X's over the eyes. I guess you made a token with a clear background and just the X. It's just a matter
You
of
could
finding
you
it.
could always put the Z's Z status in. He's not dead. He's sleeping. After three sleep saves,
Sleep saves. That's what I do every morning. Do I want to wake up? Nah.
when
call
when
it
you
sleep.
hit the snooze button.
Oh no, see,
Don't
it's
call them
fine.
sleep
He's just installing an update.
Windows
Wait, I
always
got
does it
this.
at the worst possible times.
Yeah.
Fighting
Ah, dang it.
evil.
It won't overlap them. It drops it into the next square. Never mind.
Oh well. Alright, Jade, you're up. You just saw Francis go down.
Okay. I probably can't shoot this guy up here from where I'm at, right?
Well, you can see through the railing, but it would give him partial cover, so he'd have advantage, or you'd have disadvantage, rather.
You have movement, though. You could get up and...
Yeah, this one. Let me scoot some stuff out of my screen. I think... Well, if I'm up here, I'm going to be shooting in between you guys, and it just seems like a bad idea. But I guess, really, there's nothing in the game to say I couldn't.
We'll be fine.
Now, there's not really a lot in the way of accidental friendly fire in the game,
Yeah.
unless
Okay,
you're using
well, I'm
grenades, fireballs, that sort of thing. You know,
Is
area
this
attacks.
far enough and cover to count?
Yes. You
Okay.
can be crouched behind
This-
the corner, just leaning out
thank-
and firing.
Going for this one.
This thankfully isn't 3.5, where that is a thing.
Yay!
So I'm hearing I need grenades.
Of course not. God bless it.
Bro, the second one hit though.
Damn,
Woo!
that was nice.
That was pretty nice.
Kick his ass!
Sea bass.
All right, so negative 13. Or I should say minus 13 from the hit points.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
He goes down.
Yay!
Yes.
All right.
I contributed.
You did. Too
Good
bad
star.
Francis wasn't alive to see it.
Aw.
I mean awake to see it.
Someone get a
Conscious,
recording of that?
We record everything. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's on stream.
Francis is having an out-of-body experience. Good job.
We'll put it like the video clip of it on the fridge back on the ship. Those smart fridges.
I killed somebody.
It's a GIF that's just on the fridge of them shooting.
Pretty much.
Oh, I can breathe.
It's like, look, Jade hit something. We're so proud. And like has like stickers on it, like a Facebook post or something.
Like the old gold stars teachers used to put on your papers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Little cheering emojis.
Positive reinforcement, guys.
I'm trying to encourage the dice.
Let's see.
Gotta coax them every now and again.
Oh, but that's
Let's see. What does... Alright, so... Jim goes... He takes kind of a desperate jab with the sword. He hits. And let's see what a plasma long blade.
Oh man.
Alright, so it's a D10 slashing if used with two hands. Whoa! That's that may be a nicer
Did
way
you just do
damage
max?
to let y'all have. Alright, let's see. So a D10. I think his strength is a 10, so no bonus there. Plus, because it's a plasma blade, apparently there's a plus fire damage. Or maybe this blade's special, I don't know. So 10, 14, 24. Sweet merciful crap.
Get some, Jim.
Jim don't hit too often, but that sword does some damage.
Get him in the kneecaps.
Oh, the guy goes down.
Oh shit.
Got another gift to
he had
add to
been
the
injured- He
fridge.
had been injured some before, but that was
Okay.
that was a really good lick.
Violet.
Francis!
Everyone just has an adrenaline rush after Francis goes down.
Look, we already had someone kidnapped. We're not having anyone die.
The night is still young.
All right, so that
That
was
is not tempting.
that was Mr. Jim Riley. Then it's the troopers go. All right, this guy here is getting tired of being strafed.
Well, tough.
He takes up a position still behind the railing, but kind of moves over, and he's going to fire at Hull. 2 shots. Probably help if I got back to the right page. In the threat guide, let's see. Heavy pistol, +4 hit. So a 23 on his first shot.
Well, that hits me.
+5, I think the weapon hit. No, +2. So 5 points of damage. Second shot. Is a 23.
Which again also hits.
8 points of damage.
Hold on, there's still another guy.
Oh yeah, there he is. All
Oh,
right.
damn, I didn't know you remembered him.
Hull is closer. He can't really see Jim too well from where he's standing. Hull is closer, but then he's got all these guys down here that are...
Oh, there's a whole ass thing down here. Wow.
Yeah, half the party's down here at the bottom of the map, the other half at the top.
Yeah, no, I totally was just looking at the top where the giant lizard fell.
Let's see. That photon beam is pretty long. Let's see. Could he get to... Alright, where's that snap view? There we go. So he could get here. And then from here... Yeah... I just don't see no way he can get down there and shoot the folks in the bottom. So he's just going to step down here and take a shot at Hole. Well, a couple of shots at Hole. Does a 13 hit you, Hole?
No, it does not.
Alright. What about a 14?
No, it does not.
And I believe that's everybody. He shot. Dead. Okay. Cat, your go.
Alright, she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just making sure. Yeah, she'll take a shot at dude hanging out here.
Okay.
$15?
That is exactly what you need to hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
7 points of damage on him.
Okay. Alright. That was your move. So you just get the one shot, right?
Yeah.
That's right, it's the soldier that gets the multi-attack.
But as a bonus action, well, I can't, there's nowhere really I can hide on this railing, is there?
Other than just crouching down behind the railing?
Sure, she's gonna, why not? She's gonna crouch down.
You go ahead and give it a stealth roll if you want to.
Okay. 12.
Yeah.
Natural 2.
Both the guys still up spot you immediately.
Totally not here.
You wave at them through the railing.
Finger guns, like, hey.
Alright, Hole. Here's your opportunity to return fire.
Alright, I will start. I'm going to start heading towards Francis. So, 1,
Okay.
2,
Both the guys that are left are looking pretty rough.
6. I will use my laser on him.
Okay.
And what's the... So, let me readjust. 1. And firing on this guy.
Okay. Fire away.
You said 15 was exactly what they needed.
15
correct?
was exactly what you needed.
However, I can still spend one of my assist points. Basically, have one of my regular little drones zap them.
Yeah, you can do
Hit
that.
it back. Where's which is much better.
That is considerably better. Roll damage for your little
Nice.
drone.
Trying to remember which damage they do. It's probably like a D6. That though.
I contributed.
You did.
Okay, it's a
Too
D6
bad
plus my
Francis
wisdom
wasn't-
modifier. So, in this case, it'll be 2d6 plus my wisdom modifier. Not great, but it's still an 8.
No, it's not great. It is,
Damage is-
however, enough that he goes down.
Yay!
Ignore that die roll. It means nothing. And Adrian, you're up.
Let's see here. Just the one dude left. Okay.
He just knows where Bubba clipped. Francis isn't awake.
I got zap. Nope.
That would be a nope.
I just dislike the ship. I'm gonna keep shooting it.
Screw this ship and everyone on it.
But we're on it.
Everyone that is not us.
Alright. Where did I put my turn order? There we go. Top of the order would be, too soon. Jade, you're up. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Francis didn't need his death save. I forgot about that.
Oh, you're fine.
So that's one success.
Yay.
I'm going to move up here.
Oh, can you move that far?
Yes. I mean, I haven't measured, but actually, I don't think it can.
Yeah, 30 feet's your normal.
It's right there. I'm gonna stand on that guy.
Okay. He's difficult terrain.
Pretty sure my range is like practically forever.
Yeah,
All
you
of
can.
my weapons.
Yeah, yeah. The
I'm
kind of
shooting
guns
guys.
I've got, you can shoot pretty much anywhere on the map. You know.
Color me
Jesus.
impressed.
Yeesh. I mean, let me count that out and make sure you can hit him.
So we found the secret to making sure Jade hits things. We just need to knock Francis unconscious.
Apparently.
and put little videos of it on the refrigerator with stickers.
There we go.
It's all about the encouragement.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'll
it started
So,
Okay.
hit.
from here on out. We inject tranquilizer into Francis so he falls over quick.
Oh, he's already dead. I'm just pumping bullets into him because I can now.
alright. So, you see the guy lining up another shot at Hull. You step up, you bring your own gun up, you fire 2 shots. You're pretty sure he's dead when the first one hits. He's already, you know, it hits and he's falling back and that second one takes him.
Also, is anyone else hearing that echo when Jason talks?
There's been once or twice that I thought I heard a little something.
Okay. I'm definitely getting it. Just be on the checkout for it.
Alright, so I believe that is everybody.
It's us. I'm gonna switch this over to push to talk.
Okay. Just don't forget to push.
I will.
Hey guys, let's grab Francis and go. Jim, the ship is warmed. Let's get out of here.
He's like, yeah, I gotta get some better armor if we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, we'll look into that. Let's just get out of here.
Also, I use one of my prime abilities and you stabilize on Francis.
Okay. So no more death saves.
Thank you.
Is he conscious?
That does not make him conscious, merely stable. So somebody's gonna have to grab him by the tail and drag him back to the ship.
No, he'll drop his tail. We can't drag him by the tail.
Too late.
Lift with your legs.
On the ship, you have your trophy wall, but you also have your wall of shame, where you put up Francis's tail every time he falls down.
It's also on the fridge.
Alright. You quickly gather up Francis. Jim throws an arm over somebody's shoulder for a little assistance. As you're exiting out this, bottom entryway, the one that crosses over into the bay with the roustabout, you're pretty sure from out in the hallway, not to the north, on the map, I guess it'd be the north. You hear lots of stomping, lots of heavy boots. Clearly there were some more troops coming. You load up in the roustabout. You get Jim into the pilot seat. Like you said, last session you had gotten the engines warming up. Everything was ready to go. The roustabout lifts off, zips forward. This docking bay, the doors had stayed open, and there was a force shield holding in the atmosphere, which isn't necessarily a standard procedure in most places. Most places don't waste the kind of power that takes. But it was technology you were not completely unfamiliar with. Well, the flight control on the ship has not lowered the force shield. It's designed to hold in an atmosphere. It's not designed to really stop a ship from going through it. So as you plow through, in the rear monitors, you can see there's a brief second where the bay is exposed to vacuum. So you see some people running in that get kind of sucked forward. Not enough that they go out. It's just a couple of seconds, kind of a. So a lot of them fall down or go skittering across the floor towards the exit. But as soon as the ship's through, the shield's back up. So as you're flying away, you can see that there are sections of the ship where the lights seem to be going off. One of those sections was the one that you had screwed the power up in. But there are other sections where it seems to be flickering. You can see lights from the engines kind of doing this little number.
I can't see that, but
oh, that's
I'll
right.
take
You're on
word
too.
for it.
I was holding my hands up and kind of, acting like flashes, whatever.
Click, 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 click.
So I guess my little drone's doing work then.
Well, between him and the Primoran going to do some sort of sabotaging, either one of them or a combination of the two, seems to have got the ship messed up enough that you don't see. The ship itself doesn't come after you. You get about 100 clicks away, though, and you do detect some fighters leaving the bay. Or leaving a docking bay.
Hey, how fast can we go, guys?
Jim's like, I don't know that we can outrun fighters.
Oh, that's why we have guns and missiles on this thing.
He's like, I wish we could jump out, but there's not a crucible. Wait. Jim thinks for a second. If there's not a crucible, how did we jump? How did we get here? Because if you recall, when you were brought here, you were jumping from, you had synced up with one crucible, which lets you jump to another.
Another crucible, yeah.
They pulled some.
Also, how did they get here, if that's the case?
Well, now, you have faster than light engines, too. Don't forget, a lot of times you guys have to travel from system to system to eventually get to somebody with a crucible.
They pulled some bullshit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know my former, I wouldn't call employers, masters is probably a better term. They have a lot of people.
You completely roboted out on us there, man.
Yeah.
I heard former masters.
And I'm letting them know the people I used to work for have very, very good toys.
They are very good at pulling that BS. The fighters are getting closer and closer. All of a sudden, Jim exclaims, "We're synced up with something." He starts flipping switches. Suddenly the viewport changes. And now you can see a crucible in front of you. And you see other ships,
Interesting.
And he just kind of sits back in his chair.
Huh.
Okay, I need bandages, painkillers.
How did they get past Adrian's? She looks like over at Adrian. Like, how did they get past your lock?
Because I hadn't had time to put it on yet. It's a trick I just learned a little while ago.
Man. 2 seconds after escaping, and she's immediately trying to place the blame on somebody.
Oh, yeah. She looks at. She's like, you said something about locking down the ship. I thought that meant the systems. I'm not placing blame on anyone. We're alive mostly, and screw all of you. I'm going to go get meds for Jim.
There's a lock on the systems now.
I'm going to double check on Francis.
Okay.
Get him in the med bay.
Have fun with that.
I'll take my time treating his wounds, so...
Francis is unconscious, yet appreciative.
Jade is going to wait until he's left alone to draw stuff on his face.
Oh no.
It's an old mercenary tradition.
I'll take 20 on my medical check.
Okay.
So it's a medicine 26.
Alright, so you start patching him up. Let's see. Where would Jim have jumped you to? Probably just the last place y'all went. So Jim asked you, do we need to dock here?
The last place we went, do we mean the ship where we did the mission with the Stella?
No, y'all have been traveling for a little while, because the system Stella was in, I don't believe, had a crucible.
No.
So this was basically just the next system with a crucible that y'all had got to. It was just basically a waypoint on your journey. But it was just the quickest coordinates, pulling up the last coordinates he'd used was just the quickest thing Jim could do to get the ship out of there.
Yeah.
He's like, we've got the fuel to jump somewhere else, but I know Francis needs to be patched up. I need to be patched up.
I mean, we might as well dock. I mean...
And, he's like, I'm sure the tech guys would want to go over the ship, make sure they didn't do nothing to it.
Speaking of Fitch.
Speaking of what?
Of which.
Oh, yes. Alright, so you dock at a station orbiting this crucible. Where before you just kind of popped in and popped back out. There's small docking fee. So we've got Hull working on the injured people. What are the rest of you going to do?
Adrian is making sure the system lock is in place, which it is.
Okay.
And he is combing through the entire ship's systems with a fine-tooth comb. Making sure there's no hidden things in there. How long did it take to jump? To get their jump, and can I say I took a short rest before I started doing this at the station?
Sure.
Okay, so I get my power slots back. I'm gonna black hat, and then I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
Arcana.
You find 3 or 4 different little things they had put in to try and spy on you. The most obvious one did like full vocal recordings of everything that goes on in the ship. That one was pretty easy to find. The next 2 you find get harder and harder. As it's smaller files, as what it does is simpler. The second one you find would have been recording any coordinates you traveled to, and anytime you synced up with a crucible, would basically send that information to somebody. The third one, anytime you synced up with a crucible, it would just ping that's where you were at.
Okay.
It's the Jello Seconds protocol.
He is getting rid of those. He's getting rid of all of them.
Okay.
Completely purging them out of the... And he's going to make sure that shit can't happen again. Basically do his thing with the system, etc., etc.
Using the system lock power?
Yeah. After combing through and making sure that everything that shouldn't be there is not.
Let's see. Like I said, those were the we'll call it malware that you found. You find some traces where they were poking through the ship's database, or they were trying to find places you had been. They were trying to find any information you had. But if I recall right, Adrian wipes that from the drives and just stores it internally.
Yep. Pretty much.
So all the coordinates they really got were, the your basic flight plans. How you got to Stella's World, where you had been before that, as far as the station close to the shortcut.
Yeah.
Basically, no sensitive information.
Basically, yes.
Still invasion of privacy. You're not happy about it, but yeah.
Basically.
Hole, by the next day, you've got Francis back on his feet. Jim's still complaining about how sore he is, but he seems to be fine.
Hey, thanks for, making sure we didn't die. That sword we grabbed. Did y'all check it for any, trackers or anything?
The silence.
Jim.
The silence means no.
Yep, that is a loud silence.
There's a long silence, and Jim goes, "I'll go get the sword."
He just got it mounted in the wall of his quarters.
It's space identified.
He didn't have a good rack to hang it on, but he had one of those prongs that you can put a guitar in. It turns out it works pretty good for a sword too. I should know. I've got one right there on the wall. All right, so you're going to give me a... Let's see, is it mechanics or mechanical?
I think it's mechanics, yes.
Yeah. You want to give me a mechanics roll? Or I guess it would be perception to find the things. Well, either one.
It's wisdom based anyway.
Yeah, and mechanics would be kind of, you look at where you think they would put it and kind of where you know the things could be.
Woo!
I want to think the sword does not seem to be bugged in any way.
Alright. It's just a sword.
So you hand Jim his trophy back.
That's good at least.
Jim, I know it's your trophy, but Francis did kind of earn it.
What are you trying to say?
The man kind of...
I mean, I won't
Jim's
say
like,
no.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Trust me, I don't want to be in a position where I need something like this again. Having said that, I am going gun shopping this afternoon.
I think we have spares. Talk to Jade.
Yeah, he'll probably do. It's really armor he's going after now.
Yeah.
Something a little more... What was it? It was either the military jacket he had or the flight suit or something. It wasn't much.
It has like a flat suit.
Is it one of those things where he's like, I'm gonna go get a gun with this hyper masculinity, but in reality he's getting
The Envy model.
Actually, I think Jim's already got a pistol.
I think we gave him a gun last time we got jumped.
Well, last time you got jumped that he was there, yeah. Which was also in a docking bay, now I think about it.
We just need to avoid docking bays, guys. I think that's our new plan.
We just park in space, and we use our spacesuits to get to the end of stations from now on.
Adrian has that one power now.
It's
stay
fine.
in a docking bay.
Or
Why
maybe,
do you
it's just that when you look for sci-fi maps, docking bays are easy to find. Alright, so you spend a day or two on the station, top off supplies, Jim gets him, I'll have to look at some kind of, it's still light armor, but it's a little better. He gets something a little better than the flight suit.
A flak jacket.
Let's see.
I got this guardsman's flak armor. It's great.
Military jacket has 13 AC, so we could get something like that.
That's right, because his flight suit only gave him, an 11?
Yeah.
That's right. So let's see.
As long as he's able to do medium armor.
Yeah, medium should be good. So that would have him at 13. That would have him at a 15 or a 16 or something.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit better than the 11 he was running around with. All right. I guess 12 or 13 with his decks. Anyway. Alright, so you spend a day patching yourselves up, shopping around. Adrian goes through the computer system to make sure the computer system's not bugged in any way. By the end of the day, you're reasonably certain you've gotten everything.
Okay.
Jim's like, well, y'all want to try this again?
Next time this shit happens, I'm walking outside.
May as well give it another shot. We have the info.
Oh, also, when you went through the system, you would have found what they initially put in there to override your coordinates. You'd have removed that as well.
He's making a copy of that.
Oh boy.
Actually, but before he deleted all of these systems, he made copies so he can study how they work.
And make his own versions.
Not gonna lie, yes.
That's how hackers think. Alright, so you leave the dock, you sync up with this crucible, you blink away. You arrive at the crucible you were expecting to arrive at. You know, there's a little bit of radio chatter, but basically you don't make any stops, you know. And you head on under whatever their other FTL drive is called. It's still several days' journey. This moon you've been given the location of, it's out in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot of information on it. It doesn't have a name, just a serial number. ROS 5. And there, like I said, there's very little information on it. Just a basic survey. It's a moon that orbits a hot Jupiter. Has a very kind of erratic day-night cycle because of the other moons orbiting, and the fact that it's orbiting a planet that's orbiting a sun. It's mostly jungle. When you get up closer to the poles, it becomes more temperate forest, but pretty high percentage of water. You know, it's very lush, but not much of the way of resources that would really attract anybody. As you get into the systems, traveling through the outer system, you don't detect any other ships. No signs of radio communication. You know, everything seems to be what you would expect if you just looked at this report and decided to come here. You know, this place is empty. As you approach the moon, there is no ship in orbit.
For now.
Yes, for now. Once you get there, you'll be in orbit. And you know these people would have only had, let's see, how many days did y'all spend investigating the kidnapping?
I think it was about a week.
About a week with the kidnapping, a couple days with Hull's buddies, and then 2 at the station. So maybe 2 weeks max since it happened.
Okay.
Plus all the travel time in there.
Yeah, well, I was looking in terms of how much of a lead these people would have had on you, because they had all the same travel time you did, minus your little excursion to
To Dreadnought Land?
Yes, to arrive in orbit around the moon.
I start scanning, because you said, because since it's been a while, refresh, please. I don't think us, trying to remember why we were coming here again. Sorry.
You had been in communication with the captain of the ship that kidnapped Danru.
Okay, good.
And he had basically challenged you to come here, I think it was.
Basically, yeah.
I forget exactly how he had worded it.
Okay.
Come and get me, suckers.
Basically.
Catch me if you can.
A little more eloquently put, but yeah, basically that.
Come to the roof if you want an ass kicking.
Yeah, and he had given you these coordinates.
Also, like I said, I will start scanning the area of what sensors the roustabout has.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll for that.
In this case, that again be mechanics using the systems or computers.
Let's see. Sensors. How do sensors? It might even just be perception. I don't know. Alright, starships. Maneuvers in combat. Yep, and it's got nothing. Okay. So yeah, give me a computer or mechanics, whatever you want to do.
Alright. Mechanics, because it's higher. That's odd and kind of amazing.
Alright, your sensors pick up let's see. Lots of life forms. It's a very lush world. You don't pick up any ships, though you think you may pick up a kind of a trace signature of like an engine signature, like a ship has been here not too far back.
Oh dear lord, it's the home world.
You do pick up a couple of structures on the planet. One you pick up looks like it's some sort of not airstrip, but
spaceport.
Yes, more. I mean, it's like one shed and then a couple of cemented landing spots. It's nothing
just a
fancy.
hangar.
It's slightly better than the dirt field you landed on Esperel that time. But probably because they had to do something more permanent to make sure the jungle didn't overtake it immediately. As you're examining some of this, you receive a communication. It's a tight beam message from the planet. Specifically from that landing pad you found. You hear the captain of the other ship. Can't remember if I ever gave him a name or not.
Crusty Stew.
I don't think so because it was. Does anybody remember the name Aaron Palmer?
Sounds familiar.
I'm trying to remember who he was. I've got that name written down.
I think it was a name we gave him out of as a joke.
Do what now?
I think it was a name we gave him as a joke. And you just kind of stuck with it.
Might have been. Whatever name y'all have had for him would only be the alias he'd been currently using anyway, so Aaron Palmer works. So anyway, so you hear Captain Palmer. See you came. I was starting to have my doubts.
Yeah, sorry, we got way late a little bit. Give us back our friend.
I will be happy to let you have your friend, provided you entertain me first. Landed.
I mean, I did do some improv comedy back in high school, but
I'm not much of a comedy person. This is how this is going to work. I enjoy a good hunt. That's why I've set up shop here on this moon. It's fairly good hunting locally. And it's an out-of-the-way spot where I can import prey to go after. So, land at the coordinates you're receiving, and he sends in coordinates for where that little landing pad is. You will land here, disembark. Once you're landed, and your ship has returned to orbit, I will give you coordinates for where your friend is. You'll have to travel through the jungle. You'll have to survive the dangers of the jungle. And you'll have to survive me. Think of it as hunters hunting hunters. The rules are pretty simple. You cannot use any vehicles, but your Esper abilities, your weaponry, that's fine. You know, all's fair. Do we have a deal?
Do we get our friend back at its completion?
Well, obviously, if I kill you, all you won't. But that's where the game aspect of it comes in.
What guarantee do we have that he's even still alive?
None. You'll simply have to take my word for it.
Your word's useless to me. I want a guarantee.
Maybe. If you don't land, if you don't disembark, if your ship doesn't return to orbit, I'll assume the deal's off and the communication cuts off.
Well, this feels like a giant-ass trap. Anyone else getting that vibe?
No, the entire thing
just a
is a
little
trap.
bit.
So far, we went from one trap into another trap.
Trap is a very harsh word. Trap implies that they're like springing or surprising you. He has laid down exactly what this is.
He's pretty.
I saw your mouth moving there, Deca, but I didn't hear nothing.
Gotta cut out for a second.
Okay. Are you Deca? Are you muted?
Is this working better?
All right, I think that's working.
Awesome. I was just saying it's been pretty forthright actually.
But you're not there to tell their players that.
Oh no. I also whispered to you something too.
Yeah, I can't remember how to work whispers on D20 or on Roll20.
You just flash whisper, or just PM me in Discord.
Oh, that's right. I could use the Discord, couldn't I?
You could just you can do /W on Roll20. Aye.
All right. So do you guys land or not?
Well, this is the direction the plot is pointing, so...
Cat's gonna go load up her guns and anything else that might be useful for a jungle excursion.
Quick question, what are the stats on that plasma blade?
You mean Jim's plasma blade? What? Alright. Plasma blade. Alright, plasma long blade. It's a melee weapon. Actually, let me see if it's... Before I try to figure out what pluses are it and what pluses were the guy using it. Let me check. Let's see. Combat equipment will be before combat. Equipment. Alright. Plasma long blade. Alright. Martial melee weapons. Well, I see long blade. But I don't see plasma blade.
Ooh, maybe it's a brand spanking new item.
Or plasma is something that you can add to...
This game has enchanting that's sick.
Actually, it does, yeah. Forged, or whatever they call it, when you use Esper abilities to make stuff.
Ow.
All
Fudge.
Right, it's got a reach of 5 feet. It does a D8 plus 3 slashing damage. Well, excuse me, the plus 3 is based on this guy's strength, so it'd be a D8
I was
plus your
gonna
strength.
say.
So a D8 plus your strength, or a D10 plus your strength if you're using it two-handed. Plus 48 fire damage.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, like I said, I probably shouldn't let y'all have that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude apparently had a lightsaber.
Wow.
So we're describing the plasma sword then.
Yes.
So it was Francis's new favorite toy.
He's gonna run around the jungle swinging it wildly.
Starting forest fire is going to be horrible.
It's like
Okay.
a machete going through the wilderness, but it sets off forest fires.
Oh my.
Well,
Oh,
it's a very humid planet. We should be okay.
And so again, it was like how much dice of damage that sucker do?
4d8 fire damage is what it's saying.
Yeesh.
Francis, get out there.
Unfortunately, then you get out there and you see a bear wearing a hat standing in front of you. Only you are going to die this.
You will not be fighting Smokey the Bear, I promise.
I don't trust you.
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
There are no mammals on this planet, I promise.
I want to roll insight on that, and I'm not here to do it.
I was gonna say, so Danru is not on the planet.
Native to the planet, excuse me. I mean, the Primorian is kind of a mammal, at least at the moment. Alright, so you land the ship. You land, you've geared up, you armed up. Francis has taken a couple of practice swings with the sword.
Francis is giggling about the sword.
But let's see. Because yeah, martial weapons you should have the proficiency for without any trouble. Seems like there ought to be like an exotic weapons thing somewhere.
They did away with that in 5e.
Did they? Okay.
Thank God.
It's one of the things where I'm looking at that plasma blade. I'm almost wondering if that was an Esper power, but it's not listed as a power, so it must be some kind of high tech something he got.
I mean, they have proton blades, which I think Adrian and Kat both have.
Adrian has a plasma blade, which does 3d6 radiant damage.
Kat has a proton blade.
Oh well. And the trick is, this guy's out of their threat database. They're working on some kind of tech guide, so it may be something. It may be something not listed in a standard book yet.
Soon, TM.
All right, so you land in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
You know, you're equipped. You disembark from the ship. Jim wishes you luck. Tells you he'll be in orbit.
Okay.
He'd tell you that he wishes he could go with you, but yeah,
He doesn't.
not really. He knows he ain't got really. I mean, he can do some jungle survival. He can pull his weight as far as that goes, but he knows he ain't. He knows he's not a combatant.
You're doing your most important job back on the ship, Jim. Don't worry about it.
Because I know it's just frustrating to watch y'all walk off into something so, you know. So obviously a death trap.
See, Jim gets it. It's a death trap.
So y'all see the roustabout rides up and eventually out of sight.
Then we're all eaten alive by mosquitoes.
It's Georgia,
The
the
mosquito is
planet.
big.
That's a Cazador from Fallout New Vegas.
No.
Let's not. I just got triggered so hard.
I hated those things with a fiery fire.
All right.
My contributions here are done. Bye, guys.
I need to kill something.
Alright, we're in the jungle. It's time for fun and games.
So it is. All right. As it takes off, you start hearing something ringing. You walk over to the little shack that's to one side. You kind of, up on the porch of it, kept out of the weather. There's a little, not a data pad, but a little monitor keyboard set up. And it's ringing.
Francis will answer it.
I see that your ship is returning to orbit. The screen comes up. You see Captain Palmer's face. He's kind of looking at you get the impression that he's counting your faces on the screen. All right, I believe that's everybody except your pilot. And that's fine. I have no interest in hunting the hired help.
Yeah, well, Jim's a better man than you'll ever be.
I'm sure. But then he's been a man his whole life. I cannot say the same.
Now you're just being pedantic.
Here are the coordinates. Sure enough, it comes up. It tells you how many clicks north, how many clicks west. enjoy your walk through the jungle. It is truly a beautiful and diverse ecosystem. I'll be very disappointed if you let something eat you before I get a hold of you. On the other hand, if it does, then you were a waste of my time, and at least it's saving me some time. And with that, he clicks off. You check the coordinates. It's going to be a couple days traveling. The moon's gravity is just a smidge on the light side, just noticeably, just enough to be kind of noticeably light, but not enough that it's going to hinder you. It's not like if you were trying to run and walk on the moon or something. But you're packing your gear for a little bit lighter than they would otherwise. Deka.
Hi.
Your character. Please give us your character's name now.
Aromanto.
Aromanto.
Aromanto. Because I know you have a problem with Asnadurta.
Yes, Asnadurta took me a little while.
You got it. I'm proud of you.
So it's Aromanto. Again, it's Aromanto.
Aromanto. I'll spell. Well, you'll have it. You'll have the spelling here in a sec.
Domo arigato, Mr. Aromanto.
I killed that person first.
Anyway, so Aromanto has been trapped on this planet for a couple of weeks now. Things have been quiet. Relatively speaking, you've still had the jungle life to have to deal with. For, well, I say for a couple of weeks. No, you've probably been here a month and a half.
Oh, shit. He's had some time to think.
Because you'd have been here for all of the dude's travel time out there, getting Danru, coming back, all that jazz. You see a ship land. It's not a ship you're familiar with. You've been keeping an eye on this little spaceport just in case anybody should land. It's the same port you and your crew were forced down on.
Kind of commune with my rig, and I'm just like, friend or foe, friend or foe, friend or foe.
You see the ship land. Give me, because you're a human, correct?
Correct.
Give me an intelligence roll, just straight intelligence roll.
Just straight intelligence?
Yep. There's no pop culture
Sure.
skill, so.
Ho! We can make one.
Nice.
Also, my guy's kind of an idiot.
He is
I can
slightly
tell.
below average. It's fine.
Okay. It's not the one in intelligence.
-1 in intelligence.
Alright.
Okay.
So on a 14... Oddly, the ship looks familiar to you. You just can't place where you've seen it. It's definitely not one you've seen while you've been on this world. But it seems like it's a ship you might have seen before a long time ago. You just can't remember for sure.
That's gonna bother the shit out of me.
You see the crew disembark, or passengers, or whoever it is. You see people disembark. From the distance you're at, you see what looks like probably 3 humans. Let's see. Give me a perception check, actually.
Sure. A little better at that. Hey!
Or you're exactly the same at that. One or the other. So yeah, you see 4 people that are basically humanoid. Or, let's see, Francis...
Think for what it's worth.
Jade, Cat,
I don't know what time of day it is, but I think I have dark vision.
Is it a normal human?
No, I do not. No, I'm a utopian human, but no, I do not have it anyway.
Okay. And then you can clearly spot, if I can find the...
Is that creature
Matokai?
Matokai? Yes.
Yeah, Matokai. You can clearly spot that one of them's a Matokai.
Yeah.
You know, the head's not anything close to human. There's the tail.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. You know, the rest of them in their full equipment at this distance, they may all be human or some mix of, human, Promethean, what have you.
Humanoid.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Arawanto will. Do they seem to be coming towards me?
They gather outside the ship. They talk to another, probably human guy, who doesn't leave the gangplank, and then he walks back up and the ship takes off.
Ah.
You see him stand there for a second. At the distance you're at, you don't hear the ringing of the communication equipment, but you see all of them kind of turn and look at the shack and walk over there, and you know there was a communications thing in the shack.
Yeah, I feel like it's the exact same thing that happened to me.
It's looking pretty similar.
Okay. So either they've sent for another crew to hunt, or he's bored of me and wants to kill me off, or both. Okay, he's gonna chill out here, and he's gonna wait for them to come out and see if they come towards me, and then he'll gauge his game plan from there.
All right. So the rest of you got the coordinates. You have no idea how much time you have left in the day.
Travel still till Jade starts tripping over stuff.
Sounds like a
That's
plan.
not nice.
I mean it in the nicest way.
Okay, so
I feel so attacked right now.
Gives Jade a flashlight.
She's merely acknowledging that you're inferior baseline human eyes. It's nothing personal.
To be fair, I'm carrying like a whole arsenal on my back, so
She still can't see.
I did buy her a flashlight in like the third session, so.
And I think you have like goggles by now too. And also I have a motion tracker. And also a sensor scrambler too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Cat got a backpack.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, sensory jammer.
Next time we're in civilization, can I go get Jade's eyes checked and give me some kind of bonus for my rolls?
I'll have to dig through the book and see what there is for that. I mean, there should be at least night vision goggles or something.
Like even just contacts or glasses. Jesus, she needs something.
That's valid.
Now.
Night vision goggles, 1,500.
Coke bottle
Okay.
glasses.
So, we have some options. I know that the thing said no vehicles. However, he did say we could use Esper powers.
So you got to decide which of those was the more dominant rule.
I happen to have an Esper power that lets me make vehicles.
Follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
There's no roads out here, are there?
Not.
And since we're patrolling, I throw down my robots.
Okay.
Essentially, I activate my create construct. So we got a robot buddy with us now. Somebody who can step on any booby traps if we happen to miss them.
I see.
Literally, I just made us a red shirt.
And he will be the only survivor.
Maybe.
Deca, I sent you something on Discord.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any roads on this planet or no?
Not that Patrick, or Hull rather, picked up while he was searching.
Well, I can make a vehicle that's perfectly fine running around without roads. If I need to.
I don't know which rule this jackass is going to aim for more, though. No Esper or no vehicles, or sure, use your Esper power.
I don't know.
And you can only do land vehicles at the moment, right?
For the moment, yes.
Let's just start walking and see how that works out.
Okay.
Land sharks. That's how it works out. Land sharks.
Let's
Don't doubt it.
not just say we did.
Literally summon Rek'Sai.
It's the planet's much feared trapdoor alligators. Alright. So you go trekking into the woods. Armanto, you see them heading into the woods?
Are they coming towards me, or like that way, or?
If you've got the landing pad here, they're heading off in this direction, and you're kind of over to one side.
Okay, then I'm gonna move to intercept, but like still keep a kind of a wide berth, so I'd meet them in like 10-ish minutes of walking.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
That's what I was going to do. Nope.
What is
Crunch,
the
crunch.
highest passive perception that the rest of the party has?
14 is mine.
Well,
Still 13.
let's be
Maybe.
honest. Does anybody have lower than a 9?
We're good here.
Okay.
Nah. I don't
You all
believe
hear like
anybody
crunch,
has lower than
crunch,
a 9.
crunch, crunch, crunch.
So yeah, y'all are traveling along. Y'all start hearing something kind of heavy moving through the woods. Out of sight, but something's crunching and snapping. And you slowly notice it starting to circle around in front of you.
Cat's gonna try to break away from the group and go see it. She'll be like, I'm gonna go do some sneaky shit and just kind of
Okay.
disappear.
I'm gonna do some sneaky shit.
And what is your passive perception, Armanto?
Mine is 13.
All right.
I'm sure. I was like, I'm sure Cat's about to kill me in some stealth check, contested stealth checks though. So
She's built for it though, in her own defense.
Well, you're basically the rogue sneaking up on a paladin.
Pretty much.
tale as old as time.
Like walks up behind him, just matching steps. Pulls out one of her guns, puts it to the back of his head. Palmer!
No.
Pulls out.
You just keep walking with him until he gets in front of the party, and then if he says something threatening, you pull the trigger. So you come up behind somebody. Describe your character to her, or to all of us.
You see a humanoid with long black hair parted in the middle, goes down to about his shoulders. He's wearing a black, kind of a trench coat-ish thing, with matching matching trooper armor underneath, and where you, if you look hard enough in the trooper armor, you can see like these blue pulses like undulating, like, and every now and again you could swear you see like a little blue orb just kind of doing the same kind of undulation but a little more intense. You see it wrap around his leg armor and his boots as well, where you don't see the coat. And you see like rivets. If you look hard enough, you see rivets along his forearm, like little. And that's about it for now.
Give me an intelligence check for Cat.
I was gonna say, being familiar with
Did she freeze, or is she staring intently at something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm starting to think froze.
Froze. There we go. 8. Everyone made intelligence their dump stat.
am I back?
Yes,
Yep.
you're back.
You're good.
Yeah, it hiccuped. I was gonna say,
Fine.
okay, it did a bunch of intelligence rolls, but being familiar with Danru's rig just from being on the crew, would she notice any similarity?
That would give you advantage.
Woohoo! I got 9.
Yeah, that's probably a rig. Whether it's a Sentinel's rig like Danru or more of an engineer's rig, that you don't really know.
Okay.
You know, the dark hair, the way it's parted, it's definitely not Captain Palmer.
Already body jumped. Like, okay, maybe not Palmer. Still doesn't lower the gun. Just kind of like yells back, guys!
I mean, at this point, I'm probably already crossed the party.
Alright, so you've walked up behind him and put a gun to the back of his head, and then you go, guys!
As I hear guys, the rivets in my arm kind of come out, and a grand blade comes out, and I'm like, oh shit!
So you basically just popped a great sword?
Basically, it comes out of my forearm. It's almost like a snicket, but it keeps going.
Kind of steps back, but still has the gun up like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe not Palmer.
But now you're thinking Sentinel. Because that reminds you of how Danru would pop his spear out of his armor.
Yeah.
Or his pole armor.
If you're here to kill me, I suggest you do it quickly. I've had a month and a half of this shit, and I'd much rather be the last person surviving on the Toreador here than be another of Palmer's sick attractions.
You would not know the name Palmer, actually.
Fair enough. Then that one guy's sick attractions.
Hunters. You know him as Hunter.
Hunter, yeah. Hunter, sure.
So you're not Palmer.
Who's Palmer?
Good enough for me. Puts the gun down. Just reholsters it. What the hell are you doing on this? Who are you? Are you with Palmer?
No. Still don't know who Palmer is.
You're making friends over there.
Yeah.
That's what Cat
Do
does.
I need to come and make friends too?
And she starts walking back towards the group like, come on, new guy. You're...
Huh? I'll sheath my grand blade back into my forearm. You see it pop back in.
Like, I don't think he's with Palmer.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Of all the ways to die, dying because someone just hated me to death is not what I had in mind.
First off, before anyone dies, who are you exactly?
My name is Aromanto. I am I was the keeper of the ship, the Toreador.
And what
As you
happened to the
probably-
ship?
You can't really fly a ship if everyone's dead.
Okay, that didn't answer my question. What happened to the ship?
The last you saw of the ship, it was going into orbit like you just saw the roustabout go.
I have no idea.
Lovely.
All I
You said-
know is that I seem to be the last surviving person on this ship, from the crew.
How long have you been here?
Too long.
That did not answer my question.
Is he gonna just be like this the whole
Yeah,
time?
this is, yeah.
I've been here about a month and a half, I think.
Okay, so safe to say your ship is utterly gone. Alrighty
Very-
then.
I assume you scanned on the way over.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. There were no ships in orbit. Sorry?
On the other hand, you also did not find any traces of debris in orbit, though.
True.
So maybe your ship just abandoned you. Maybe it's not dead.
Don't like that news either way.
You'll survive.
Or not.
Anyway, what brings yet another new crew here? You've gone through the same steps that we did. You landed, and then you went to the shack. I assume there was some sort of communication with the hunter, and now here you are.
Oh, Palmer. Yeah, that jackass.
His 8 intelligence starts putting 2 and 2 together about Palmer and the hunter.
Yeah, he took one of our friends, so we're here to get our friend back.
Well, it's a little late for my friends, but I suppose if you need a hand, I can help out.
Good thing about friends, you can always make new ones.
And yet my compatriots remain dead.
You know, taken from a certain point of view, that's a little morbid.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Mm,
I'm not sure if Cat intended it that way.
It certainly came off as morbid to both Jeremy and Aramonto.
You want to know a nifty little trick there, buddy?
What's that?
You're not dead.
I was gonna go with don't make friends, but
Well, he must be doing
Honestly-
something right if he's lived here this long.
yeah, that maybe.
I mean, you guys see like heavy armor, and I assume someone will put 2 and 2 together with like heavy armor, a sword, and a sword.
Oh yeah, intelligence checks from everybody else. Your chance to show Cat up.
It's not that hard.
That's a save. It's the same modifier, I think.
Intelligence check.
I have a decent intelligence. I just rolled ass.
Wow.
Intelligence is absolutely the dump stat here.
The funny part is it's not for me because that's my casting modifier.
He just rolled to poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm above average intelligence. I just also rolled. Whereas Francis rolled utter poop.
Francis is still distracted by the shiny new sword.
Jay,
no, what's-
you're looking over his armor. And
Yeah, no, what's happening is-
it's clearly a rig. And truthfully, looking at how armored looking it is, you're figuring it's probably a Sentinel's rig.
The problem is with Francis, he's cold-blooded, and the sun's going down now, so he's starting to not think right.
He needs like a heated helmet to keep his brain moving at peak proficiency. his thinking
Now
cap.
he has a sword that he always hold near himself now. Aha!
Mm-mm-mm.
Let's get him a really nice beanie.
Nice beanie, good lord.
It's knitted, has a little pom-pom on the top.
This is exactly what I need.
So now that we're acquainted, better or worse,
Uh-huh.
Now what?
Oh yes, and
Now
now that
what?
you've met the party specifically, you see that Jade is human. Adrian, you assume is is Adrian wearing a mask like cats now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cat and Adrian
Yes, he is.
are masked. You can't tell. From talking to him, you would assume human or Promethean. You would recognize Hull as an Ashen Forged. I believe I got that name right. And of course, you'd already spotted Francis at a distance. So.
I have a very distinct silhouette.
In
Very-
Matokai, I say, we had one like you on board as well. He didn't fare any better.
Oh, that's not exactly something I wanted to hear in my own tongue, but
It sounded
Neat.
depressing from clear over here.
Well, you know, he survived that first sneak attack when his tail popped off, but the second one got him.
Exactly. Tried to club him with the tail and nothing happened.
It's too floppy.
Split.
Something phrasing.
We need something more turgid. See,
Amazing.
I can make things worse.
God damn it.
Alright, so y'all venture forth into the jungle.
Better run through the jungle.
Give me survival. Is survival still a thing?
Yep.
Alright, give me survival.
Yes.
Hey, Mimsy! It's 8 o'clock. You know what time that is.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Raid!
Raid.
Just in case you didn't know, we get raided at 8 o'clock fairly often. As in, virtually every session.
Yeah.
How y'all
That's
doing?
my
Hi, guys. It's
age.
good to
'Cause,
see you again.
Because they are
Hi.
good folk who are amazing.
They
And
are
we
every-
appreciate them
dear
bunches.
friends.
But I'm getting these out of the way.
Every time they raid, there's like 6 or 7 goblins that just run through randomly. Alright, everyone roll for initiative. Shit!
Where'd these goblins come from?
Why do they have tentacles? Oh god!
I know where this is
What
going. from.
eldritch monstrosity have you summoned?
It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay.
Is it though? Is it?
No, horrible. We're doomed. We're all gonna die.
Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it.
So
What?
anyway, for everybody just showing up, they've escaped the ship they were trying to get out of last week. They've traveled to where Danru's kidnappers supposedly took him. They have landed on this jungle world, or predominantly jungle world, and they have met up with someone that's been marooned on this moon for the past month or two.
Hi, that's me.
That's Deca. They're our new player.
For past lots.
Yes, we're sci-fi. It's 5e sci-fi.
5e in space.
Alright. Oh, yes. Let's see. How did this... the survival checks went a little better than... the intelligence checks.
We're not smart, but we
Except
can
for
manage to
Armata.
not get poisoned.
How have you survived on this
That's
planet?
my stat. I let them hit me and nothing happens.
It's not that he avoids the predators, it's just that he's the damage sponge. They can't do much to him.
Exactly. I have exactly one character type.
M1 Abrams.
Exactly.
All right. All right. So you managed to pick a path through the woods pretty good. You've got supplies with you as far as food goes. You are able to supplement that with local organisms if you want to.
I show them all the good grub spots.
You notice this place does not seem to have any birds. Or any kind of, the equivalent. It's got some good-sized insects. It's definitely got something the equivalent of a mosquito.
Of course it does.
Now you do notice a lot of gliders. In varying sizes. Think of things like, you got small rodent-looking ones, kind of like flying squirrels. Some slightly larger ones that are maybe a little more primate-looking. But other than the insects, nothing you've seen seems to have developed an actual wings.
It's made for relatively easy pickings.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, Aramato, through his entire stay, you haven't seen anything other than insects that really flies here.
Grab one with my knife and eat it.
You still don't necessarily want to eat raw meat. The planet does have microorganisms.
It's how I survive. I'm just kidding.
Mosquito sashimi.
A lot of the animal and plant life gives you the impression of being maybe a little on the primitive side. Compared to your home world, it's like this place is in kind of its early development. You see things that look like mammals, but like as you're foraging, you peek in on one of them's burrow or one of them's not nest, but kind of a carved into the tree itself. While they look kind of mammal-like, they're laying eggs, or at least you see eggs in there. Does anyone have any kind of? What would biology?
It would probably be. I think it's xenology, as I think.
Xenobiology, yes, I do.
Somebody roll a xenobiology. Anybody that's got it.
Because I have every intelligence check in this game.
I was gonna say, is that an intelligence roll? Because that's not me at all.
Oh yes, xenobiology. That is exactly.
However,
Are you serious, game? Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Gave you my dice from week before last.
Yeah, I've rolled a 1, a 1, a 2, and then something decent.
If I didn't know y'all were in different states, I would think Zach was sitting close to you.
And that was me rolling xenology, and at 20.
Are you
Very
trained?
good. So you've been paying special attention.
I'm actually not trained. That's why, because the +2 is just my intelligence.
You rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
So you've had no, formal education in this department, but as a more intellectual type, you've read a few things, you have watched things. It's a subject, you have a passing familiarity with.
Weirdest damn platypus I've ever seen.
And you're of the opinion that the dominant forms on this planet seem to be what, if you were talking about Earth creatures, would be defined as stem mammals. Basically, they've split off from reptiles enough that they can't really be called reptiles anymore, but you're not certain they'd be full mammals. Closer examinations, they have a fairly primitive form of fur or hair, whatever you want to call it. Now, in addition to those, you've got insects all over the place. You've got reptiles. You've seen some things that you're pretty sure were amphibians. You seem to have most of your animal groups. It's like mammalians haven't really developed, and like I said, you haven't seen any birds.
Mammals are overrated.
That's fair.
Jade just lies.
The entire party looks at him, rolls their eyes, and ignores him like you do that racist uncle at holiday get-togethers.
That's a little too real here.
Alright. I'm sure you can see the little forest map I've got thrown down. I'm not saying anything's about to happen, I'm just saying put some miniatures down there.
I'm just saying, roll some initiative. Are we at the top of the map or the bottom of the map as far as travel direction?
Over kind of on this side. And you can put yourself in whatever kind of marching order you want to.
That could probably be up here-ish. I feel like it'd be up here-ish with my, even with my bad survival roll, kind of like my general knowledge of the area, having been in it for like a month.
So this is a mostly dry stream bed you're walking in. The ground is still moist. You get the impression that it probably fills up quickly when there's a sudden rain. But it doesn't just carry water all the time. So for the moment, the ground's a little soft, but it's relatively firm. It's not going to be hindering terrain or anything like that. Now there is 7 people on the map. We won't count the droid. So let's say who gets to be the unlucky one. Francis, my friend.
I don't like the way you said that.
Alright. So you all go marching along the stream bed. I'm going to keep y'all in more or less the same marching order you're in. As you pass under this tree, well, everybody give me initiative checks. We'll go ahead and just get that organized and out of the way.
Is there a thing is there a turn order?
Hang on, let me...
Pops up as I say something.
Alright, hang on. Alright, now give me initiative checks. I apologize, I said that too soon. I hadn't cleared the old order out yet. Now we're good to go.
Yeah.
And considering a bunch of you had rolled poop, it's probably just as well.
I rolled slightly above poop.
I rolled somewhat.
see. Initiative modifier. Oh, a -2. That's not good.
I like this guy already.
Oh, yeah. At least he's getting a surprise round.
How do they manage to be so stealth if they have a -2?
Alright, so that is everybody. Alright. Francis, what is your armor class?
16.
Even with, let's see. If you're attacking from surprise, do you get advantage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
If they're hidden, yes, you get advantage. If not, then
Alright, so we got a 17 on his attack roll. And you said you had a 16?
Yes, sir.
So it's 12 points of damage.
How many points?
12.
Ah, thank you.
What the rest of you see, because Francis, something hit you, you don't, for a second, you ain't got a clue where it came from or what it is. As he walked under the branches of this tree, it literally reaches down and smacks him.
the tree.
The tree.
Is it the Whomping Willow?
It's Treebeard!
It's the Mexican fighting tree.
Alright, this is just some bullshit. Ah, God.
I am the one slayer, and I will have my revenge!
No, it's the trees going, the Onceler speaks for us, but he does not act for us. Alright. So that was the surprise round. The top of the order is, I believe, Cat.
And she would not get Vital Strike because he's already gone. So, does she see the tree just kind of like bitch slap Francis?
Yep. The entire trunk bends just slightly, and then the branches bend, slap.
She's gonna question a little bit of her sanity, but she's gonna take a shot at the tree? Question mark?
A 14 hits it.
Okay. She's
Remember
gonna put some of that Death Strike into there as well.
You murder that tree dead. Show her who's boss.
The tree hit my friend!
Show her who's boss. Come on. You got this.
And then she's gonna take a moment to be like, have I really slipped this far to where I'm shooting a tree?
And the answer to that is yes. Oh. What kind of damage is your weapon doing?
Tree damage. Tree damage.
Tremendous damage.
Is that more than 2 damage?
It's tree damage. Tree. No. Piercing.
Oh, okay. Hang on then. Let me adjust how much damage.
Let me have that real quick.
Okay.
All right, you gonna move anywhere?
She's a little stunned, but she'll take a step back like, I'm questioning my life choices. I should have just stayed home.
Let's see, so that is... As you step back out of its threatening area, it gets an attack of opportunity.
A second. I think I can if she sees it coming.
Oh yeah, you are the rogue type, aren't you?
Yep. I can uncanny dodge it.
Okay.
If it hits me.
And that negates it completely?
No, I would take half damage.
Okay. Alright,
just
so
eat
we've
up my
got
range.
17 on the dice.
Oh, yeah, that'll
That's going
hit.
to hit. So you too
Yeah.
will take the 3D whatever damage.
3D whatever damage. It's so cryptic.
And Francis, just
Yeah.
remember, you
I'm
have
immune to whatever damage.
It is 16 points of damage.
Francis, just remember, you have a
So, yeah,
sword
you can
that
have
does
that.
fire damage.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Francis, is your go.
Yeah, Francis is just gonna take a swing at it with the plasma blade.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Long blade of OP.
Plasma long blade of OP.
Nice.
I hope a 22 hits a stationary object. Or we need to leave. Hole can fend for himself.
Hole or Danru?
Both of them.
Dan, excuse me. Shit, I'm sorry.
Alright, it definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Yes, we all look alike.
Okay,
Damn.
so answer is
actually-
yes.
Well, the trick is, though, in Danrid's case, he could look like anybody here, so...
Alright, so that is -6 for the slashing damage. -15 for the fire damage. And, oh, this guy appears to be vulnerable to fire.
I'm sure he
So
is.
it's another 15 points of damage he takes.
The gut.
Anyway, here's my second attack.
Anyway, here's one to roll.
Oh. We had the same idea, Cat.
Natural 1.
I stab myself. Don't.
Well, you take the one swing and you get him good. As you go in for that second one, it shifts a root under you and you kind of, lose your balance.
I'm kind of visualizing like the first time a little kid swings a t-ball bat and they just totally overswing.
Do the
Oh
whole
no,
spin
I
around.
just got the. That was a hell of a callback.
Going for a pinata.
Jade.
I don't have a special fire thing.
Francis, play dead.
Really?
That's mountain lions, not trees.
No, he plays dead, so Jade rolls better.
He said to use the sniper rifle. I'm like, why? And now I see it's not going to matter.
So that's a miss.
That didn't hit, right?
That did not hit.
No.
Yeah. Did that hit?
Oh, the 15 hit, yes.
Shoot it, kabloomy.
And that is piercing damage.
Yes.
Alright, so that's...
Of all the times for me to unlearn Fire Lance.
Yeah, that was not a good decision. In retrospect.
It
Adrian,
is what it
go.
is. Boop.
You booped him.
Kaboo.
Let's see, 4, so he actually, at least he takes that full amount.
Yeah. I did something, guys.
It's your turn, so I contributed.
Yeah, I contributed. I'm also contributing my way back here.
We'll put a gif of it up on the fridge.
Alright, so you pass out of its threatened area.
Oh,
But it took its reaction already.
Oh, yeah. Lucky duck.
That's fair.
That's why I moved.
All right. Let's see. Whose go is it now? Armando.
The Great Blade has already. As soon as I see the tree just slap the shit out of Francis, the Great Blade's already out, and I'm like raring to go already. And I'm like, oh, not the tree again! Come on! I run. I'll make my movement.
You didn't mention
Why?
this before. Why?
Thought we got the last one. I'm gonna take my attacks.
It's a whole forest.
Y'all passed by other trees and ain't done this, so you know. I just
Okay.
found the grumpy one.
Attacking with my Grand Blade.
Okay.
The 9 probably misses.
That's a miss.
Okay. That's 18.
That one's a hit.
Okay. I'm going to pop an Infused Strike into it. So let me roll damage first. That is 8 slashing.
Alright.
And then I'm going to use a level 2
not
tech slot for my
Resistant to
my
slashing.
infused. That is 7 plus 3, 10 radiant damage. Don't count the other 3. That's only if there's like if it's a construct or whatever. I whack into it and I whack into it again, and this my orbs all start like turning bright blue, and it's done.
So as you get into combat, it's sort of you light up more. There's a kind of an obvious you've gotten into a fight.
Wrong character.
What's it? You're talking about you were lighting up.
Yeah. Oh, the things. Yes. It's more for like tech slots or using tech slots, but yes, fighting also does it.
Oh, okay.
So I turn into like a blue, I don't know, like a weird blue Christmas tree.
He's in league with them.
I have a fallen over tree token somewhere, but I can't seem to find it.
As it falls, my great Grand Blade back into my arm.
All right.
See, it was mostly the trees that got my crew, but the hunter was they got him nice and weak, but the hunter came by and finished him off like some coward.
All right. I'd like my xenobiologist to give me a roll.
Ow, 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 ow. Fuck, shit, ow.
Language.
Kicked my table. Okay,
Better world
16.
2. Nothing. Don't keep
You
me
aren't
off
trained
the
in xenobiology, though.
1s and 20s, 1s and 20s.
Did you actually have to be trained in it to be able to use it, or?
I don't know. We'd have to look probably to do anything fancy, but
I just have a decent intelligence score.
All right, so a 16. Just a quick examination of it. It's definitely a plant.
Mm-hmm.
You have heard of kind of mobile plants before, or even some that are sentient.
Right.
Nothing about its actions necessarily struck you as intelligent.
Uh-huh.
The trunk is it's less of a tree trunk and more like the stem of a like a weed. The material is much more flexible than a tree trunk could actually be.
Right.
It doesn't really have bark, but its outer covering is
Bark
patterned.
adjacent.
At a distance, it looks At a distance, it looks like one of the regular trees around here. Whatever this species is, it has camouflaged itself like it's a regular tree, and then when prey wanders close enough, apparently it wallops it.
I'm the idiot with using my grand blade as like a saw, trying to get a limb off.
You don't have too much trouble.
That's
it is not
not a tree.
It is not resistant to slashing damage.
As soon as you say it's not a tree, but it got my other people.
That's a living creature disguising itself as a tree.
It is a plant. You are certain that it is a plant life. It is plant life.
I mean, isn't everything here a living?
Give me a perception check, Adrian.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. So anyway, you look around, you don't spot any more of them, but there's trees everywhere, and this camouflage is pretty good. So you know that you're going to have to be careful.
Alright.
Now I need perception
Question:
checks from.
Do any of you happen to have some sort of I'm asking in character.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Do any of you have some sort of incendiary device? Something to just set this all on fire?
I do.
A sword.
I
Things.
I have several things that could help, but they are of limited use. At least you says.
Well, that's useless.
Alright, everybody give me perception checks.
Hey.
Do you need another one from me?
Oh, no, we'll keep that one.
Both from 18 to likely.
Oh, no, that 7 was your looking around at the trees. Yeah, go ahead and give me another one there for Adrian.
Oh, okay. I'm about to go.
This is if you hear something.
15.
Alright, so. Okay, so a 11 perception doesn't hear anything, a 7 doesn't hear anything, a 16 hears a little something, a 9 does not hear anything, a 15 hears something, and a 13. So Francis and Adrian, as the party's kind of grouping back up, you hear a slight whooshing.
I don't like that.
Kind of a slight whooshing. Just not a whole lot better way to really put it. Something moving through the air from kind of over in this direction.
Most of the species on this planet are gliders.
I don't like this.
Well, the important thing is they can go. We hear something, so there's no surprise around.
Yeah, there's something moving. Whooshing noises around.
Which way Grandblade comes back out? Which way?
When I figure that one out, I'll let you know.
At least it's a whooshing noise, so it can't be a tree. Probably.
I sent y'all a picture earlier. Just holding my grand blade like this, like waiting for someone to run up on me.
Alright. For simplicity's sake, we will simply keep the initiative order we already had.
Hey.
Let me just roll for any newcomers. Let's see.
look around. Is anybody particularly hurt?
Not right now, no.
Yeah, Francis is a little banged up, but he'll be fine.
Okay.
Alright, so their dexterity is a +2. Oh, that's a neat ability. Alright, so there you go.
Things you don't want to hear your DM say.
Yeah, it's nothing drastic. It's just a neat little something. Alright. So the top of the order is now whatever is whooshing at you. So out from amongst the trees. Something comes zipping along. Kind of passes over Aramanto, shooting him while he does it. It is some kind of mechanical drone.
So they gave the flying squirrels guns.
And little aviator's caps.
Of course.
Oh,
They're adorable. And vicious.
Alright, so 19. 23 hit you?
23, in fact, hits me.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. -3 because I have heavy armor. The feat for heavy armor. It's in my
Alright.
sheet.
Okay.
So 2. Goes pink. And now you guys start to see why Aramanto survived.
Might help if I grab the token on the right map. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. This one goes zipping in kind of between Jade and Adrian and shoots at Adrian. Does an 18 hit you, Adrian?
Yep.
6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I just have that in there for clarity's sake.
5, 10, 15. Alright. As this one flies through, it drops down to your level.
To whose level?
Well, person level, you know, where but the rest of them kind of zoomed in over y'all and shot as they passed by.
Ah.
This one drops
Gotcha.
down shoulder level. And tries to charge with its wing blade. On Jade. Jade, does a 19 hit you?
I'm not even gonna check. Yes.
Okay.
Not even gonna check, yes.
It does 1 point of slashing damage. Oh, now I definitely heard the echo there. Plus a couple dice of radiant.
Oh.
3. So 4 points of damage total.
Is the Radiant the catch-all for, like, cosmic damage in this setting?
I think they use it for a lot of the energy damages that, you know, things like radiation and so forth, yeah.
They took the Radiant and went somewhere else with it.
A slightly different
It's not so
direction.
heavenly, it's a chemical compound.
Or it's radiation, or it's, you know, any of your hinky kind of sci-fi energies.
Yeah, I get you.
Let's see. I think lasers do... Lasers, I think, still do kind of fire.
The one I have does Radiant, but that's because it's the shoehorned guiding bolt.
Yeah. They kept all the damage types from 5e. I forget exactly what necrotic tends to fall under, or what tends to fall under necrotic, but it's in there.
Probably like disease-based attacks and things like that.
Yeah. And, weird things like Esper abilities can be, anything.
Sure.
Alright, this next one goes and tries to attack Francis the same way Jade was attacked. Does a 17 hit you, Francis?
Unfortunately.
9 points of damage.
Francis is now a little woozy.
Again. I'm not trying to pick on you, I promise.
Ah, you're fine.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It would probably be faster if I just used the click thing and drew the line. I bet that would be faster. Alright, he can just get to Hull. And he too is using the blade attack. Does a 16 hit you, Hull?
No, it does not.
Alright. You see it. You see this last one come through the trees, and you're already dodging as you see it drop, because you see it dropping the same way the one that attacked Francis dropped and the one that attacked Jade dropped. So you kind of twist to one side as it zips past you. Then it is Cat's go.
It's such a target-rich environment.
It is. Now you just have to roll well enough to hit him.
That's the trick. She's going to aim for this one.
Which one? Ping it again if you would.
One immediately to Hull's left.
Gotcha.
Bam.
13. Well, it'd be advantage since it's engaged with Hull. 15?
15 hits.
Woohoo! Alright. And then throw that Death Strike in there. That would be a nice solid 23 points of damage.
Woo!
Okay.
5, a 6, and a 6. That was a nice roll.
It was. That was a very nice roll.
And it's piercing damage if that has anything to do with it.
That.
All right, it just shatters under that. There's just a burst. The energy source kind of releases all at once. And it goes landing in the ground in chunks.
Only tolerate one drone around here.
And you see my killbots give you a hug.
She's probably talking about Yanni, but
She doesn't tell Killbot that. Cause
she's not going to tell the Killbot.
You don't say anything that might upset somebody with kill in their name. That's just,
Yeah. That's just the rules.
Oh, yeah, I totally meant you.
Yeah, you're nice too, Killbot Boddington.
Jade, you're up.
Who are you, sir? I'm
gonna shoot
first.
this one.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
That's a no-go?
No, a 10's not going to do it.
I didn't think so. I don't guess 11 will either, huh?
Oh, wow.
11's closer.
Yes, it is.
Alright. It is now the Woozy Lizard Man's turn.
burst fire on this little cube right here. Try and get two of them at once.
Which little cube? Where now?
Can I, as a free action, say I have a plan for these drones?
As do
Yes.
I.
Sure, you can say that.
Okay.
The plan better be they die.
Nope. It'll be better than that.
I hate this already.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if he could do anything with them. Where is he?
And if that plan fails, I also have plan.
There's
Well, we
enough
plan-
drones to go around.
How about we plan to survive first?
All right, Francis, what are you doing?
Yeah. Open up with burst fire with my heavy pistol on this little section.
All right,
Those
so
four
basically,
squares.
you're gonna get those two.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And they have to beat a dex check of. Let me check my sheet. Of 14.
All right. One got a 14, and one got a 5. So this one here is going to take full damage. I assume it's a save for half.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, so that one takes half of 9 points. And that one just takes 9 points. Both of them are still in the air, though one of them is wobbling something fierce.
And I'm just going to give another burst fire on him.
Can you burst fire twice, or does it have to be... Is your multi-attack a regular attack?
I believe you can burst fire twice. Let me double check, though.
Well, you're right, because burst fire is a property of the weapon. So it's you using...
Though it doesn't mean I have to reload the pistol afterwards.
Oh, okay, you basically empty the clip. Okay.
Yeah.
So unless you had a pistol in each hand, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then you get into the whole 2-weapon fighting thing.
Is there like a crossbow master feat or crossbow expert feat like that with pistols?
I don't know.
I think it's a combat style for the warrior.
Okay.
The hunter may have something like that too. I know the hunter has combat styles. Hunter the class, not hunter the character.
Right.
Though him too, now I think about it. Adrian, you're up.
Okay. Gonna target this little dude right here.
Okay.
Because I have a nifty little ability called Machine Hacker. That construct and every construct within 5 feet of it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I'm sure these guys are very wise.
Yeah.
They look pretty smart.
Alright, so the center one that you actually targeted rolls first.
That one. Yeah.
He got a 12.
Fails.
Alright, now this one here got a 14.
That one succeeded.
Going to mark him with a blue for succeeding. Going to mark him with a red for failing. And then this one up here got a 14.
Okay. That one succeeded as well.
So the main target you're going after anyway.
So I assume you control this guy now?
Yeah, he mine.
Alright. Aromanto.
Oh boy. What a day. What a day.
Made to be friends, killed a tree.
Yeah. Grand Blade's still out, but Aramanto's going to send a few of his the little orbs start coming off, and they start surrounding Francis a little bit. Gonna throw out some of his regenerative force. So they kind of like scan him. They kind of like scan Francis, and start like spraying like first aid spray and whatever.
Okay.
To the tune of, let's say, 15 HP. And I just burned 15 out of the regenerative force.
Okay. That's basically like your lay on hands is for Paladin, right?
Correct.
Where you've got the set
Correct.
amount of points. Okay.
Nice.
So-
Thank you, sir.
And bonus action, I will just let's see. As a bonus action, that is shit. Okay, then I will, as a bonus action, I will hold steady on my grand blade, and you see it start whirring with like energy as I cast Tracer Strike, and just get ready to swing.
Okay.
I will link that.
Now, using the lay on hands thing, does that take an action?
Yes, Tracer Strike is a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Okay, carry on. Yeah.
I believe it's a bonus action. Yeah, because it's just one of the smites that the paladins get.
Oh, okay.
It's like branding smite or whatever. They're all bonus actions.
Because the ideal is you use your bonus action to activate it and then wallop.
And then yeah, exactly.
Ho, you're up.
Okay. Alright, so the red drone is ours, you said, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, that does change what I was going to do.
Just do a strafing run over here. I'm sure Jade and Francis can get out of the way.
No, I have something, but it would involve taking out all of the drones.
Oh. Well, Adrian's drone's pretty messed up, so.
Do you mind, Adrian? You're about to lose some.
I would like to study him.
Actually, that would get within range.
Okay.
And in the process of that, my drone moves back a bit.
out of range, shall we say?
Yes. And, EMP.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I already did one, just so we ain't covering you up. Alright, what does EMP do?
I think it just stuns, but I'll double check that. Electromagnetic pulse. As an action, you use your rig to send out an explosive wave of electromagnetic energy that displaces and disorients robots and drones, and any creature with the automaton or construct type. Each of these
Turn on
scripts.
dead.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, so what did they have to roll?
They must make an intelligence saving throw.
Alright. I'm just gonna start at the... Because you're basically hitting all of them with this. So I'm just gonna start at the top of the map, go blue, red, blue, and then the one that isn't marked.
Blue, red, blue, blank.
Right. Alright. Let's see. Their intelligence is a 10, so it's just whatever the dice rolls. Alright, so first one got a 10.
Let's see. I think it's based on my actual, so it's going to be a 14s.
Alright,
Gonna need.
so blue failed. Red got an 8. It failed. Other blue got a 5. It failed.
Jesus.
I'm rolling like you guys. And then
Yeah.
got a 9.
Alright, they are all considered stunned, and their movement is reduced to 0.
So they don't even crash. They're just kind of hovering there.
Yeah,
Or maybe they start sealing to the ground or something.
Yeah, they're more or less starting to short out, and they're starting to land.
So y'all see the drones land. So it doesn't really do any permanent damage to them.
Yeah, it's remember when we had that big robot we had to fight in the tomb?
Yeah,
I had to use I used this on that thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do remember that. That's been a while back.
It's been a while.
Really got to sit down at some point and figure out how many episodes in we are on this. I repost them on YouTube, but I'm way behind on that. Alright, so all the drones land. Are you guys going to smash them, or are you going to let the brain guys jump on there and see if they can do something with them?
Let's let the tech boys have their fun.
Right.
Have
Because
I
think
seen
they'll
these?
strangle us if we break their toys.
Alright, what was that?
Have
Decker?
I seen these? I was gonna say, have I seen these drones around? Like, maybe killing some of my shipmates, or maybe trying to come after me.
None of the drones ever managed to kill any of your shipmates. You were attacked by them a couple of times.
Sure. Okay.
One of Hunter's
he's gonna-
favorite tactics was to wait until you were distracted by something else, and then send these guys in as just kind of an extra. Something.
So then he's going to start smashing them unless someone tries to stop him. Or Amonto's already getting his grand blade and like, all right, they're stunned.
It's gonna be like, no, stop.
Why?
You gave him one of the damaged ones, let him have his fun, whereas we disassemble everything else.
Fun. This is catharsis.
Cat's gonna kind of like thumb towards Adrian and he'll be like, they're pretty good with tech shit, and they might be able to help us out with figuring these guys out, or maybe finding out where the hunter Palmer. Is it Palmer?
Palmer's the name
It's
y'all
Palmer.
know him by.
Okay, yeah.
Hunter
I was just thinking for some.
Hunter is the name your new friend knows him by. Clearly, they're both just aliases, but
Yeah, I was for some reason thinking Palmer was back from the Stella one, but yeah, she'll be like, just let them research them at least a little bit, and then I'm sure they'll be fine to smash
you may be right.
afterward.
Palmer may have been the religious guy that accidentally sicked the creeper on her. That may have been where that name came from. Now that I think about it.
Could have been.
Oh well.
Fine. And then he'll actually put the grand blade in his other arm, and you see some rivets right here, and then you see more right here. Maybe he has more than one weapon. You don't know.
Swiss Army knife.
For now, we're just calling this guy Hunter, so we don't have to remember any other names for him.
Hunter works.
All right. Well, it's 9 o'clock, and we've just ended a combat, so this will be a good spot to wrap up.
Woo!
So when we start up next time, the tech guys can tell me what they're doing with these drones. And you can continue. You will continue on toward your inevitable rendezvous with Hunter, and hopefully your dear friend Andrew. To anybody watching at home, thanks for coming along. You guys that rated us, thanks for the raid. Bubba, thanks as always. You were with us from the very beginning of the episode. See, tomorrow night will be the Wednesday night showcase where we're still running the Icons game. Should be the...
I won't be there.
Yeah, Decca's going to miss that one. Should be the second to last episode. Might be third to last. It depends on how much foot dragging the guys do. Or how long.
Aussie's doing a lot of foot dragging.
But that's Wednesday. Thursday, Maddie has her Curse of Strahd. And then I don't believe there's any streaming over the weekend. And Captain Sack should be back on Monday with Escorts.
The Escorts.
Which I saw the first hour of this past Monday.
Yeah, we can't really be considered the escorts anymore.
It's getting a little jacked up.
It's getting a little dicey.
Yeah, I think that's all the shows I need to mention. So anyway, again, I've been your GM for the evening, Jason. And with me has been Sarah playing Kat, Eric playing Adrian, Decca playing Automoto.
You'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Aramoto, not Otto. He's not a car. I'll remember that. He's not a car.
Garden.
That you know of.
Zach playing Francis, and Anna playing Jade. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.